Hi guys, hope you're well. It's been a while. I think my last video was the purple smoky eye. Excuse the noise, it's the dogs. They're having a little cuddle. So yes, today I really like a grey smoky eye. And I think people tend to shy away from grey because it's kind of not one or the other. And grey, obviously there's 50 Shades of Grey. Do you all remember that? That was so good, wasn't it? The film was incredibly disappointing, but the books were great. Right, sorry. Yeah, so I wanted to do a grey eye and just show you that it can be worn in the day. You could obviously use darker greys for the evening. I've just got 2 different shades of grey on and a black as well. But I think it's underrated, and I think it's very flattering. I think it's a cool eye. And I love the way that it makes my eyes look kind of greeny. I like the purple one as well, which makes my eyes look kind of greeny. But it's just a different type of look. We all wear browns all of the time and neutrals and stuff like that. But I really like the effect of this. I have actually been out shopping and had my breakfast and done loads of stuff. So I was in the car driving to Waitrose and I realised that I hadn't filmed an intro. So if you want to have a look at how I did this grey smoky eye, keep watching. See you soon. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Rimmel Scandalise. This is what it really should look like. I've bought a new grey one but I can't find it. There you go. Rimmel Scandalise. Oh, it's upside down. It's strange. I don't know if it's upside down or not. The monitor's over there. You're clever enough to work it out. I've got it in grey, which is shade 04. Swear by these things. If you've got a waterline, then these are your babies. And I'm just going to put it in my level waterline. And I'm going to go onto my lashes as well. Not sure if I'm covering up my mouth, but yeah, bring it down onto your lashes, because we're going to smudge it. Same on this eye. I've got very watery eyes this morning. Not going to do my top waterline because that creates grey bogies in the corner of my eye. I'm just going to gently press on my fat bit on my under eye, and I'm going to blend that in. Let's bring you a little bit closer. Make sure I don't knock off my coffee. There we go. So I've blended it in there, as you can see, with it's a Real Techniques little baby smudger brush. Do the same on this one, pull it down lightly, and we're going to smudge. I'm not smudging my inner eye, I'm smudging the lash line where my lashes are, so there isn't a harsh line. Okay, now I've done that, I'm going to prep, and I'm going to use the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original. Sorry, I'm really hot here. I've got the fan going if you can hear it. Bit of a sweaty mess this morning. But yeah, we're going to go shopping and get some gym wear. So I'm going to put this on my eyelid. I think this is running out actually. I think I've got through quite a lot of this recently. Again, I'm just on your eyelid, and I tend to do mostly on the bit above my eye. And I'm just going to pat it in, and I'll bring it up to underneath my eyebrow. So the concentration of the product is on my eye area. Yeah, I've got to buy some gym wear because I'll give you a bit of an update on the boat at some point. But yeah, we're going sailing to do our practical day skipper course, and I need to wear some stuff that doesn't look like I wear dresses all day, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to go. So I've covered my eyes with that. Because we're using a colour today, grey is quite pigmented, and I just want to make sure that I can rub it off afterwards. And I've remembered, before I get too far, just dipping it into any old powder, and I'm going to put that underneath my eye. So when we're finished making a mess, we can just wipe it all away. And I'm going to go all the way in this time because not quite sure where the fallout's going to be, but we're going to catch it. And you'll need one of these for clearing up the mess. Okay, so I'm going to use the Viseart palette. Yeah, there's a couple missing, but they're in my everyday palette. But we're going to go with, and try and do this, We've got, so that's a black there. I might use that. I'm not really keen on the black in this palette. And we've got a dark grey and a light grey. These colours come up quite light, so I'm just really going to see how we get on. And I'm going to just surprise you with a bit of a twist on the transition shade, because this is where I was doing my makeup wrong for all of my life. Well, not all of my life. Up until I discovered YouTube. So we are going to lay down a brown transition shade, because we want the grey to look seamless and blended. And I'm going to do a whole video on blending for hooded eyes, because it's a real thing. You know, these are my hoods. You know, they stay there when you lift them. They are actually real. They are all over my eyelids, and I've done videos of this before, and I want to make them appear bigger. And in order to do that, we need to lift the eye. So I'm going to do a seamless transition, and I'm going to use my favourite, which you all know and love with me. This is Makeup Geek Creme Brulee. I've got about 3 of these now, and when they run out, I don't know what I'm going to do. So a big fluffy brush, because I've got a big area here, and I'm not in a hurry, but you know, and I'm going to start. I always place this for some reason right in the middle of the area that I want to cover, and then I'm going to go into the corner of my eye, and I am literally dusting. I've done more tutorials, more in-depth tutorials. Look at those blooming eyebrows. I need to do something with them, don't I, really? You know, life's too short. A bit more. So we're just covering our eyelid area, really concentrating on the middle bit, which is where you transition the grey into your skin, I guess, seamlessly. And I'm going up. If you can see, the top of my brush does actually touch my eyebrows, but I'm pushing my brush at probably 45 degrees, so it's not actually touching. The colour's not necessarily going on my eyebrows, but it's touching them, because you can see it makes a mess of them. I'm going to do the same on this eye. Again, we're doing it so lightly, because if you push hard, all you do is you move your skin, and you're going to end up with your eyeshadow in one place. So very, very softly pushing it around. I wish I could do this in slow motion. Maybe I can. Yeah, I'll slow it down, because I can. I've got a new editorial package. When I bit the bullet, Johnny got me a MacBook Pro, and I've ordered Final Cut Pro editing software. Ah, my God, uses all kinds of different terminology. I want a bit more over there on that one. And a bit more on that one there, just patting it in this time. So you can see there's not much to see, which is the aim, because we don't really necessarily want to see this colour. We want something to blend into. Right, now this is where the real magic happens. I just kind of cleaned my brushes, but I didn't really clean them. I just rubbed them a lot onto my face cloth. So I've got an e.l.f. brush here. It's a bit like the MAC 217. It's a bit finer. Synthetic, but it's really good at picking up colour and laying it down. So I'm going to go into this colour here, but I guess if you've got any grey at all, you know, it'll work for you. Yeah, so just put some colour on the brush, and I'm going to place that just underneath, if you can see, where I started my creme brulee. So my creme brulee is just continuing up here. I'm gonna do this really gradually, okay? I know this is a speedy grey look, but you know, and if you notice now, I am not windscreen or wiping at all. I am literally just patting the product on, raising my eyebrows, because if I didn't, then I'd just put eyeshadow on the areas that were, the wrinkles would still be underneath. So, and I'm doing this in a circle. A 10p piece sized circle. I'm going to get another bit, and as you can see, it's becoming more pigmented, but I want to focus on the outer 2/3 of my eye. Just patting, lifting my eyebrows to make sure that every area of my wrinkly skin gets covered, and I'm just maybe making the area a little bit bigger. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. A little bit, tap it off if you want to. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. Just take your time with this bit because you can always add more. You can't take it off. And grey is, I'm not going to say it's a difficult colour to wear. I love the way the colour it makes my eyes look. I really love cool tone looks for some reason on me. So remember, I'm patting again, stretching my skin, and then making sure that I'm covering all of the areas. So I think I've got the same coverage with just 2 lots on that one. I am quite inconsistent. I'm going to come up a little bit higher because I just want to make a darker bit. This is, you know, a grey smoky eye. You probably wouldn't wear this to work, so let's go for it, shall we? I'm going to go just a little bit higher. Don't worry about blending at the moment. We can do that afterwards. Just trying to make sure that they're basically symmetrical as they can be. My eyes are not symmetrical. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to go one shade darker. This one here. Next to the vibrant blue. And I'm going to use a different pen, a different brush now. I'm going to use the Zoeva Petite Crease Luxe something brush. This is a smaller MAC 217, like as a MAC 217. It's smaller, a bit more precise, and because we're going darker with our colour, we want just a bit more control. A little bit on your brush, tap it in. Now we're going to go even lower this time. We're going to go here. Now these two will whatever the word is, they will end up very, very close together because I have to lift it higher than my crease to give the illusion of depth. And this is why I lifted the last grey a little bit higher. This one's not much darker, but it will do. We can put a bit black in if we want to. Again, so my circle now, if you can see, is smaller. And my circle is going inside the lighter grey circle. And as you can see, I'm creating a little bit of depth. I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Tap it off. This one's a little bit fally outy. What's the word they use? I can't remember. It's still early. It's not even 9 o'clock yet in the morning. Again, just keep looking, and you're looking straight into the mirror, because if you've got hooded eyes and you spend your time looking like that, when you actually look straight into the mirror, you can't see what you've done. You can't see your eyeshadow. So I notice I'm no longer lifting my eyes because I want this to be real. Now we are real time. So if you can see, I'm just going underneath and maybe just out a tiny bit. So the line in between my eye and my eyebrow, I want to lift this bit here. So I put a little bit more dark in that corner there. The same with this one. Just in between the line and your bottom of your eyeshadow. And we can blend that afterwards. As you can see, I've picked up a bit of dark stuff there. I don't know what that is. Let's get this spoolie. Can you see? This happens to me quite a bit. Don't know what it is. It's a little scary monster on my eye. Okay, now you can see the fallout is literally all over my nose. Don't worry, it'll go, it'll go. I'm going to put a bit more grey on actually. Now I'm looking at it. I'm going to go back with the first grey with the first brush, and I'm just going to, now I can see that I needed a bit more. And you know, you'll learn this, you'll get used to it. Grey is not necessarily the easiest colour to get it to stay on. It tends to move around on my eye. Could just be me. Could just be me. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of black, and I'm going to use the Zoeva crease brush again, and I'm just going to touch the black, tap it off, and I want it to go, as I look into the mirror, I want it to go in the place I want to push back. So I want it to go there, okay, just there. And I'm going to show you the difference from one eye to the other, about the difference it makes. I want it to go there. Now again, I'm having to open my eye to get it into all of the wrinkles. So this circle is going to be even smaller than the last circle, but it has to come up so you can see it. And I don't know if you can actually tell. this one's the one that's got the black on it, and it's not, you know, it's not black. I'm not putting a ton of it on, so it's a very, very dark grey, I guess, like a charcoal colour. And I'm going to do the same with this eye. I'm going to look at where I want it. I want it there. I'm going to stamp it on, and then we're just going to pull it out. And just, we're trying to define the area that we want to pull out. Again, stretching my eye. Okay, right, put that down. Now we're going to go back to, I want a very, very fluffy brush now. This is just one I got from Shein. It's very, very fluffy, hardly does anything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tiny bit of the creme brulee on the end of it, and we're going to go right up the top. This is where the blending comes in. And I'm literally tickling the top of that grey, mixing it in. Do the same on this side. There's probably not much powder on there. But we're just, you know, we're just refining it, I guess is probably the better word. And I'm going to go down the sides, just here. This tends to stick in my wrinkles, so the any darker colour does obviously grip. And if you haven't got your primer down, it makes a difference. So we're going to do the bottom now. I'm trying to find a... God, you want to see my desk. Maybe I should finish it off in my blog and show you my desk. I'm missing one of my brushes, and it's probably right behind my camera. I'm going to use this one instead. Okay, this is a very purple. This is a Kiko brush. It's a bit flat. It's got quite a bit of strength in it. It's quite a strong brush, and I'm going to get the first grey and I'm going to go underneath my eye. So we're basically covering the Kajal stick that we blended into our bottom lash line. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, go back to the first grey again on the other side. Now if you want to get in that bit there, which is difficult for me, you need to look that way, and it gives you just a pen. Why do I keep calling them pens today? What's wrong with me? I feel like I'm colouring in. Just thought it wasn't recorded then. I had to chastise myself. Okay, that's the bottom done on that one. And now I'm going to go back into creme brulee, because we want to do the same transition. I'm going to use this other brush now because I'm less scared about placing the colour down. So creme brulee just on a little domed brush, and we're just going to outline what we did. We're just going to go underneath it, which blends it for you. You don't need to spend hours blending. You just need a transition shade. Again, same on this side. All looking a bit higgledy-piggledy because I've obviously got the loose powder as well, but that will be fine. It will come through. Okay, so now what I normally do with my eyes, I've got a MAC. What is this one? 239, like just a brush, and I use a lighter colour on the inner of my eye. I'm going to remove the fluff. I'm going to remove this. So right, here we go. So obviously it's all over my nose. I didn't put any powder down to collect that at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to, like that, get it away, get it away. Yeah, there's still some on there. That's naughty, isn't it? Oh, what I'm going to do about that. Okay, same again on this one. Flick it away, like that. I'm going to go away and fix that in a minute. Sorry. Okay, so you can see that I've got dark bits here. And I think when you wear a darker shadow, it emphasises that. So I have this lighter colour, and I'm going to place it in there where my dark area is. And I'm going to just push it into the areas that are like bluish, I guess. And just see what you think. Can you see that there's a difference there? I feel like it does something special, so I'm going to continue doing it. I'm pushing it in. Difficult place to put colour on, actually, really. It's not very receptive, and I'll never get it equal, but there we go. Oh, I've got hair on my nose. And then for the top, I've got a lighter colour again. This is another Viseart one. So I'm just going to do my arch on my eyebrow. Same on this one. Not much definition in my really bad caterpillar eyebrows at the moment, and I tend to just go along there for a bit of tidiness. Back into this brush, so we can just again just go over very, very gently. And you can see I am touching my eyebrows because they've all gone a little bit squiggly now, so I'm just going to brush them through again for the sake of looking polished. And then I'm going to go off and do my mascara and lashes. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so here's the Grey Smokey Eye with just mascara on my stubborn little lashes. I do put my lashes on now. Okay, this is my Grey Smokey Eye with my lashes there, my Ardell Demi Wispies foam ink, and I've cut probably about 25% off of the end of them. Try and make them look a little bit more natural. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and everyone have good smoky eyes when they go out to work tomorrow or clubbing, wherever. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye bye.